We all go through a lot of problems in our everyday lives, to feeling stuck at our jobs, financial issues, feeling stressed all the time, and having relationship issues. And honestly, minimalism isn't some magic cure that'll just make all your problems go away. But as I look back over the past couple of years, I've noticed that there are a lot of things that I used to struggle with a lot and are very common for a lot of people to struggle with that minimalism has helped with. And that's what I wanted to go over right now. Roughly 85% of people don't actually enjoy their jobs. They're not engaged at their work. And I know that you can feel trapped sometimes when you're living paycheck to paycheck and you realize that you can't get out of this job stress. It's one of the most common things people stress about. One of the biggest problems that we have is dealing with workplace stress. However, through minimalism and saving money and frugal living, it is possible to get out of that job. If you build up an emergency fund and you can take 6 months off and try a different job, you can try to start your own business, you can try something else, then that can give you a lot of freedom, and you don't have to be stuck at a job that you hate until you're 65. You can have the freedom by saving money and living very intentionally to do the things that you want to do with the rest of your life. Cleaning your house can be a pain. It can be something that you dread to do because it can chew up half a Saturday and there's just so much stuff. But since we started minimalism, I talk about this all the time with Meredith and like my family and stuff, like it literally takes 5 minutes, like once or twice a week, to clean my entire house. It's just been a huge benefit that I've definitely noticed. Always having a cluttered home. That was something that I always had a problem with before minimalism. I just had so much stuff, especially being frugal. I bought a bunch of stuff that was cheap. And as I've embraced this minimalist lifestyle, getting rid of anything I haven't used, in the last few months and I'm not going to use in the next few months, everything that I have has a purpose, has a use, and brings me, some type of joy or some type of value. I just don't have crap everywhere. There's not always stuff around. I'm not buying duplicates of stuff. I'm not searching around trying to find stuff anymore because everything has a home. It's just a lot more stress it kind of takes off you, and a lot more mental clarity, and just kind of some calm. By the way, if you guys are getting some type of value out of this, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. I don't have time right now. It's not really a good time. I got so much going on in my life right now. Things are crazy. This is all very common stuff. When you ask people how they're doing, 9 out of 10 of them, their response is gonna be, I'm busy, or I'm good, but I'm busy. Things are crazy. Especially in America, it's just a constant push of trying to do more, trying to get bigger, trying to get better. And while that's good to an extent, when that takes over your life and you don't have time to do things that are important to you because you say yes to too many things and you're stretched too thin, you're an inch deep and a mile wide on a ton of different things, instead of really digging into the things that are important to you, it can really stress you out. You can never really have time to sit down and relax, to sit down with the book, to learn a hobby, something that you're interested in, whatever that is for you. Sometimes you have to say no to what could be an exciting opportunity, but if you do that, it's going to take away from your family time, or it's going to take away from things that you need for your own mental health. So minimalism can actually give you back a little bit of time. I don't have anything to wear, nothing goes with this shirt, just the continual cycle of getting clothing. I used to deal with that all the time. Shopping was a recreation for me. I would go a couple times a week looking for shirts or pants or whatever, just always trying to keep up with the trends, or always just trying to get something that actually fit. But somehow, especially in America, there's this idea that if you wear something similar or the same thing all the time, that you're weird, that you're cheap, that there's something wrong with you mentally. And when I finally kind of escaped that and I just picked, this is my style, this is what works for me, this is what I look good in, this is what I feel good in, I don't care if it's the exact same every single day, this is what's right for me, that was a really freeing experience for me. So every single day I'm okay with wearing the exact same shirt. It's a different color, but it's pretty much the exact same shirt. They are cuts. They are actually a sponsor of mine, but I've really gotten behind them because I like having things that actually fit me. I like having a capsule, simple, minimalist wardrobe that fits really well, and having this idea of less but better. Like, you don't need 1,000 different shirts. You can have 5 shirts, you can have 10 shirts, and that's all you're ever gonna need for the next 3 or 5 years, or however long they take to wear out. None of mine have worn out yet, but like I said, they are a sponsor, and if you guys want to check them out, there's a link in the description with a discount code for 15% off. I enjoy them a lot. They just sent me their new fall line, which is this color, which is like my favorite one they've ever come out with, so feel free to check that out as well. Financial stress is one of the biggest things that we deal with as a society, being in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, always stressing about everything to do with money, really. But as you become less consumeristic, you buy less stuff, you don't feel the need to keep up with everybody else, to get a new house, get a new car, upgrade your phone all the time. You start to have more money. I think it's just a natural progression as you adapt a more minimalist lifestyle, you have less things that you need, you spend less money, you start to save more money, your finances improve, and that improves so many different things in your life. I was gonna pick up this and cover the lens, but I think I missed that opportunity, so I'm just gonna do it right now. Stress. I think this is one of the most common problems most of us deal with, and that's just because our lives are crazy. We're stressed about, finances, friends, family, everything. Like, everything is stressful. And I think minimalism does actually help with that. As I declutter more and more stuff, I realize that each little thing that you own takes up a little bit of space in your mind. And as you purge all that stuff out of your life, as you spend less time absorbing content on your devices, you actually begin to feel a little bit less stress. And I think it is a great way to deal with anxiety, depression, and stress, is to kind of take control over your life, not be consumeristic, not try to keep up with everybody else, but find what's right for you and simplify as much as possible. Needing storage space. So the personal storage industry is one of the fastest growing industries in commercial real estate right now. We have so much stuff that it's overflowing our houses, our attics, our basements, and it's just starting to overflow our lives. It's costing us hundreds of dollars to rent space. But again, minimalism, and as you declutter a bunch of stuff, you don't need to rent extra storage space, and you don't have to have a bunch of crap that never gets used that you forget is around. There are a myriad of different health problems that we deal with, and I even think I use that word correctly. You could be eating junky food because we don't have time or the energy to cook correctly, not going to the gym, not exercising, not getting vitamin D by going outside and being in the sunlight every now and then. But as you kind of live a more minimalist lifestyle and you start to live very intentionally and live by design and not by default, you start to prioritize the things that are important to you. And you want to be able to, play with your grandkids and walk and bend over when you're 50. So therefore you can actually start to prioritize things like eating correctly, taking out time a couple times a week to go to the gym and exercise, or go for walks, or go outside. Obviously, that's not strictly just with minimalism, but that has freed up a lot of time and really helped me focus on what are the things that are important to me in my life and for my family, and what's really important to me. And I think that's just really one of the nice benefits of minimalism. Constant comparison and searching for acceptance. Well, I still struggle with comparison because I am a wicked competitive person. I think this whole process has definitely helped my kind of self-confidence. And it's been more of like a mindset shift. Most of what minimalism is, besides the decluttering, besides the financial benefits, is a mindset shift. And going off of what are my goals, what are my values, and not really looking to other people and caring if they have the same goals and values, or what direction everybody else is going, but making the decisions that are right for you in your life. And as you do that, and as you start to see the effects of that and all the progress that you've made, I think that has really helped my confidence personally. So if you guys enjoyed this, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe.